It's time to get up. It's time to get up. It's time to get up. Yeah. It's time to get moving. It's time to get up. Yeah. It's time to get moving. Hey. I'm up.
It's the More Laughing in the Morning show. I am your host, comedian Allison Moore. I am Virginia's comedian. I am the coolest cornball you're going to ever meet. I am also everybody's hype girl, and I'm excited today about hyping you up this morning. This morning, we're talking about etiquette. Isn't that so much fun to wake up and talk about? It is. Get into it. Okay, so listen, what I have right before us is some dishes. First of all, how do you say dishes plural? Is it dish or dishes? Like fish. Is it school a dish? Think about it. Anywho, listen, I have school a dish in front of me. I have been in many situations where I got to, okay, did you know I was a comedian for real? I'm a real comedian. Well, I was before COVID. I don't know what I am. More on that to be continued. But I've been in a lot of events where we've had some very fancy dinners specifically. And professionally, when I was in the professional world, I was in a lot of spaces where I went to a dinner, I went to a lunch, and I didn't feel prepared. Like I didn't know which went where. And I realized that in the moment is not the time to try to figure it out, girl. Sometimes we need to take a moment to develop ourselves and learn these new environments that we are positioning ourselves to be in by this time next year. Boom. So first of all, if you ever go somewhere and you don't know where, just watch somebody else. Be the last one to eat, okay? That means all y'all hungries. We gotta wait a little bit before we start eating so we can see which fork. But I also learned you go from outside in. So I asked J Mark to come and be a part of this with me, our producer J Mark, because guess what? I don't know. And so we gotta figure it out and we're gonna do it together. I know that is this something for you?
Oh yeah, I don't do much fancy life living.
Fancy life living, but we leveling up though. Look, we a real production and real soon we're gonna be on Jets Fancy Life Living, okay? But in the meantime, let's Google what I'm supposed to do with all this stuff. And why we got a paper plate budget? This is a napkin. This is a fancy napkin, guys.
Correct.
All right. So if I came to a hotel or an event or a dinner or whatever, and this was here before me,
yep,
and I began to get intimidated because everybody that's watching this show, now I know that some of you you're like, for real, is this what we're talking about? But there are also others that are like me that wasn't raised and didn't know some etiquette tips, okay? And so now we're here. I'm about to be 40 years old. I need to know which fork to be eating with and stop watching y'all. So those of you who I stared at during dinner, that's what I was doing, to see which fork to use. Okay, so we got...
we have the basics for the casual table setup.
Okay, we got the basics for... How we know it's casual? Because it got this fancy gold ring around it.
The number of plates and silverware.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Note to self. All right, so we got a lot of pieces here. There's some things here automatically I will share that I do know and I've learned. This right here that's a finger bowl.
Didn't know that.
Yeah. So rinse your fingers. Now I don't know what kind of food
Oh.
would be sitting there for finger rinsing other than French fry. I like levels to this. I'm growing. But yeah, this is a finger bowl. Don't drink out of it.
Good tip.
Boom. And this is our
Salad.
bowl. This one,
Should
dessert.
not be there.
Oh, shouldn't be here.
Should not
Okay.
be there. Correct.
So this is a plate. This is dessert.
Mm-hmm.
And then if a bunch of forks and things were sitting here, it is outside in, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you start with, like, if you come out with your appetizers or whatever, you go outside in
Yep.
with your silverware.
Your soup and your salad fork will be on the outside.
Okay, cool. What's the fanciest dinner you've been at?
Man, let me tell you, one time at graduation, we went to like Golden Corral and we dressed up real nice. And you know, that junk was pretty dope. That was pretty dope. Is that what you
Okay.
mean? Is that what
Okay. Clearly on the More Laughing in the Morning show, we are all about growth. We judge nobody. That doesn't matter if that's listen, we gotta start somewhere. All right. So that was Golden Corral was the fanciest?
No. I went to an award show. Show.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that was pretty dope. You know, black and white event.
I just want to let you know that you can still be my producer even if Golden Corral was the fanciest place you've ever
It used to
been.
be bopping.
It's okay. It is okay, because you know what? He doesn't judge me and all the stuff that I do. And I'm not going to. All right, so listen, what we're going to do is I'm going to. If you have. Why y'all do me like this? This a whole. For real?
No, it was the LA. I was out in LA for a competition, and we had an event afterwards. So we all dressed up real nice, black and white event. Nice tableware, white tablecloth, all that good stuff. Mm-hmm. That was the real fancy one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm for real, I wasn't going to judge.
That's crazy.
Okay.
Let me tell you how I feel.
Yeah, let's talk about this. Real talk, though, this is, I mean, I was kind of thrown sideways when the man said, go to cry, I ain't about to play with you. You look right at me, you can see. Woo, shock. I wasn't ready for that. But it's okay if it is. I just wasn't ready. You think you know your team, don't you? However, I will say the reality is I've been in some spaces even recently where I almost was embarrassed by my lack of exposure, right? Until I had to realize you have no control over the environments that you were born and raised in. The only thing you can control is your right now. And so for many of us that are like, dang, I wish I would have known that, or I'm embarrassed that I didn't have that, or maybe we're trying to pretend in spaces or overcompensate because we didn't have that. That's old stuff. What we're doing now is we're just growing. We are recognizing where we need to grow and what we need to learn, and that's what we're doing. So I didn't know. I think when we didn't do that growing up, but I think it's more so because with so many dishes and, washing or whatever. Sometimes you got to think about why you didn't do the things that you did. A lot. I used to joke my family, or I used to joke my upbringing or whatever. But I realized, you ever heard that? You ever heard the story about the woman who cooked her turkey? Have y'all? No.
The woman that cooked the turkey?
Yes. Hold on. This is good. Hold on. Wait. Let me get. First of all, let me remember. Okay. Here's the story. I'm ready. You ready? Ready. So there's this old tale, wives' tale or whatever, about the young adult woman who was learning how to cook. So she was cooking the chicken whole, and she always cut it in half. And so her friends asked her, like, why are you cutting the chicken in half? And she was like, I don't know. That's what my mama did. So she called her mother in the room, was like, Mom, why do we cut the whole chicken in half before we put it in the oven? And she was like, that's what my mama always did, And then called the grandmother and asked, and she said, because I didn't have a pot that was big enough. So sometimes we got to ask questions. And we talked about that in another episode. Like, let's ask questions how we got to where we got. But
that was...
Was it good?
Perspective, girl. That's perspective, boy. I was not.
I didn't even know how dope that was. Hold on, give me a
coming.
minute. Let's go back to it. So there's this old tale, wives' tale or whatever, about the young adult woman who was learning how to cook. So she was cooking the chicken whole, and she always cut it in half. And so her friends asked her, like, why are you cutting the chicken in half? And she was like, I don't know. That's what my mama did. So she called her mother in the room, was like, Mom, why do we cut the whole chicken in half before we put it in the oven? And she was like, that's what my mama always did, And then called the grandmother and asked, and she said, because I didn't have a pot that was big enough. As you can see that we have a lot of opportunity for growth. Will you share that with us, please? Tag us on Facebook, because we're still growing and working toward those other social media platforms. But let us know. Let us know some tips that you know. I do know professionally. So here's a professional, eating out tip situation that I learned. Is you don't order pasta, especially not red pasta. But anyway, you wouldn't do slurping foods and different foods that you can't eat easily.
Smart.
Or not easily, but you know what I'm saying?
I follow you.
If it's all over the place, that's not the thing to do. And with pasta, which I didn't learn until I was probably about 30, that you use your spoon and twist it around. Nope. Again, to make it not so slurpy and loud like what I did. And then you put it back on your paper towel. All right, I feel better. I feel leveled up. Real talk, we in this together, y'all. We're growing. By this time next year, we are going to look back on these episodes and be super proud of our growth and just excited. This is fun. I enjoy exploring new parts of life with you all. Okay, so look, we got to move on to this time next year. I am so excited about today's episode because it's all about growth mode. Remember yesterday? Well, it wasn't yesterday, was it? It was Monday, the other day. Whatever day you watched it, it was the other day. Our last episode this week, we had Nina Bruton here because, this is Nina Week. We are highlighting the Black women that are magical in our lives, and Nina's pretty dope to me. Our This Time Next Year interview is an interview that Nina and I had, our very first one on this show, and I'm so excited about plugging that in today because she's talking all about the confidence and the boldness and shining your light. So call a Black woman that you know, tell her to tune in, let her know that she's magical. Let us know what I'm supposed to do with all of this stuff. And then tell J Mark, send him some gift cards so that we can go out. Send me a gift card so I can take my team out somewhere other than Golden Corral. It's the More Laughing in the Morning show. We'll be right back. Real? Golden correct.
Life happens.
Okay.
Let's do it.
I see you. I knew it. Time's up.
Don't you touch that.
There is an easier way to see if your home is energy efficient. Start your free energy audit today at virginianaturalgas.com. Take control of your energy bills with the Energy Efficiency Program from Virginia Natural Gas.
Emotes say a lot, but they can't say it all. Think your guildmate is struggling? Try these dialogue options. Go beyond emotes. Check in with your guildmates at seizetheawkward.org.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
In this space of like authenticity and like where is the line? So as I get older, every year I want to give my audience, I want to give my fans some more authentic art. You know what I'm saying? I want to be honest and open and funny.
Yeah. But at the same time, I got kids and I got relationships and stuff, and I don't really want to put everybody on blast, and myself too. And so how do you kind of straddle the line between being your most authentic, honest self without putting your stuff on blast and telling about you and your husband?
Well, the good thing about my husband is that he knew what he signed up for.
Okay.
Shout out to Mr. Bruton.
Shout out to Mr. Bruton.
But no, I think that one thing that I've had to learn is that, and he's learning and we're learning together, Mario Armstrong, who's Emmy Award winning producer and host and a number of other things, hosted the Never Settle show. I'm sorry, I got to shout my folks out. He actually recently said that in 2020, vulnerability is the new currency. And so I've taken that and I'm really trying to find my line, find my place in being vulnerable. The thing about me is that I've kind of always, and this is why I say my husband knew what he was signing up for, I've always been a transparent person. I tend to overshare. I literally let people into my thoughts, like I say them out loud.
Yes.
But I think that what it is that there's a way that you can give details on experiences. You can give details on the ways you responded. That's the thing, is without exposing people. I can talk about a situation that, let me say this. When I think about even the relationship that I have with my husband, what I do is I come from it and I share it from a standpoint of what I've learned, right? Not from what he did and what he should have did, yada, yada, yada. I literally take a moment in everything that I do when it comes to being vulnerable. It is us being vulnerable, not throwing other people into the fire and calling it vulnerability, right? Ours.
Yeah.
If I'm being vulnerable, I'm sharing what I've learned from this experience, what I could have done differently in this experience. And what I've found is that a lot of times, even if I never with my husband respond to, how do I want to say it? Even if I never address a thing directly to him, God has a way, I'll say this, God has a way of working the thing out just as he's working it out in me. And so when it comes to being vulnerable, that currency that is being exchanged, right? The money that's to be made, the time that's to be saved, because time is money, all of those things really come back to the responsibility that I have to be vulnerable and to allow people to see how I'm growing in the thing. And then God will, release and expose or show the areas where other people have grown into situations that I shared where they may have been a part of. I really hope that makes sense.
If it don't, we're going to fix it and edit.
And this is the power of what? The technology, folks.
Okay, so listen. So I got one quick question for you,
Yes.
and then I'm going to release you.
Thank you for hanging out with us. Oh, I'm so glad you're here.
Indeed.
Okay. So one more quick question for you.
with the personality like you have, so you know, you are charismatic, you're a performer, you're a public figure, and you overshare, and you're really electric, and so many details have to come out, and that's the, you know, we talk. You got to run down the street and fill in the colors. How do you manage not overwhelming the people in your life? Like, I feel like that the people around me, I know I overstimulate them.
Right.
And there's this situation where I'm like, I know that you're overstimulated, but I just need you to just hang on in there with me. So what do you do? Like, what do you do for you so you're not draining the people that you need to re-energize you?
Well, being that I am that person that people oftentimes come to with their things and overshare with, I receive a lot. I consider the way that I feel in those moments. And so I apply that. I try to apply those feelings to the relationships that I have with people. I try to gauge by body language, try to gauge by people's response. Okay, that may have been too much, because I felt that before. I know when I'm being drained by people whom I love. I love them dearly. You know, I know that they don't mean any harm, but we've had those friends that we're always the one that they come to, and we're the strong friend, right? And I've had to learn how to cut people off, not cut them off, but limit or create boundaries.
Protect your peace.
Protect your peace. And in doing that, I've learned that in protecting my own peace, it's my responsibility to do the same for those, right? Light begets light. That's what I say. So it's my responsibility to do the same and be the same for the people who I'm placing these expectations on or these boundaries on.
Yes. Okay, this is so good. I'm about to go home. Like, you know, I got my notes, and I'm so excited about you hanging out with us today. So thank you so much, Nina Bruton, for hanging out with us here on This Time Next Year segment. We have definitely gleaned from your experiences. We're trying to grow all of us who want to be better this time next year in our presenting, our performing, our public speaking. I got some nuggets. I hope that you did too. Look, don't be sad. We are not done, not yet, almost. We got one more commercial break, and then we're coming back, and we're going to be funny. We got sketches. You know how we do. So keep it locked right here on the More Laughing in the Morning show. I'm your host, comedian Allison Moore. Hey.
I'm so glad that you were here. Thank you so much. It's been great.
This is great.
It's time to get up, yeah. It's time to get moving. Hey.
Celebrate the spirit and sound of the season right here in Hampton's own Phoebus. Take a festive stroll through our local shops for great gift-giving ideas. And from food to drinks, discover our many magical hangouts to make memories. We'll spread holiday cheer along the way, with carolers, the lighting of our holiday tree, and a special visit from the jolly old man himself. Join us for a special virtual holiday illumination celebration only on Sky 4.
STEM is precise, no margin for error.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to load their minds. Dare to explore. Dare to STEM. Learn more at She Can STEM.
Hey Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
I'm here breaking my neck, looking over my shoulder. Stepped into your skin, got me tripping over myself. Figured I would say something, passing the time. If you come on over here, we could be on the same side.
Same side, same side. Same side, same side. Same side, same side. Same side, same.
Wednesday. Well, she cute. Let me see what Boo did for me. Mitch.
What's up?
I didn't see your Women Crush Wednesday post.
I already did that.
What you didn't tag me? Where?
You commented on it.
No, what are you talking about? No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. You want some breakfast? Got eggs.
I didn't see it. Why didn't you tag me in your Woman Crush Wednesday post?
Oh, that's supposed to happen every Wednesday?
Mitch, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me, Mitch. Mitch, doesn't a Wednesday happen every Wednesday?
Yeah, but what happens to the stuff from the previous week?
What happens to the team's wins from the previous week? You repost the music every time you're happy for your team, right?
That reminds me. Wednesday. I got you.
Yes.
My team plays tonight. You right. Yeah.
Mitchell!
Yep. So you know I gotta have my lucky PJs, my hat. I gotta win 3 times on the game and have my game ball in close proximity.
Don't worry about it. I'll be somebody else's Woman Crush Wednesday.
Why you gotta do all that?
I mean, I'm not doing it, but I'm just saying, why don't you?
Do you want some breakfast? Hello? Do you want breakfast? TT, listen. Whatever is on social media supersedes the way I feel about you. You know that. Do you want some breakfast?
I like social media, though. I mean, I'm saying, like, everybody else, it's Wednesday. And Lachelle, look. Lachelle's pictures are cute. Her husband always posts her stuff. And then Rosalind, her boyfriend, posts her stuff, too. Like, every Wednesday.
What do they have to do with us?
It don't have anything to do with us, but I just want to know that, you know, I make you feel proud or that you like being with me on Wednesday.
We got a bright future.
Yeah, we do. And that's why I was, you know, just wondering
I mean,
about
we still young. We got a good core to build around. We're going to be good for a long time.
Oh. Okay. What does that mean? Elevate the...
I'm a real fan.
Oh my God, Mitch! Thanks.
Like a real fan, like diehard fan. Not one of those bandwagon jumpers where, you know, when stuff get wrong, they leave.
Right, yeah, I'm a real fan too. I'm the type too that when things get wrong and bad, I don't stop either. I don't just leave.
I'm here for the long term. I'm committed.
Me too. Me too. You know, I'm here for the long time, committed too. I'm committed. I'm sorry that I was, you know, I just, yeah, commitment. Absolutely, yeah.
We're gonna get a ring pretty soon.
I love rings. I love rings.
That's right. That's right.
Uh-huh. So when you say pretty soon, like what do you mean? Like how soon?
Like in the next few weeks. The way this is going.
Yes! 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 Oh my God, I didn't know that that's like what we were doing, but yes.
You happy about the team too?
The team? You're not talking about us. You're talking about a team.
What did you think I was talking about?
Mitch, you don't do this to me. Oh my God.
You thought I was proposing? Oh no. Look, I'm gonna make it up to you, cause I know I fun with the ball on the Woman Crush Wednesday thing, and that whole ring thing. I don't know what you was. I'm gonna make it up to you.
It's all right. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm just tripping.
You want the breakfast?
Yes. Thank you.
If I know anything, I know what my lady like.
I like a Birkin bag.
What'd you say?
I said a Birkin bag. That's what I like.
Oh, about that, I can put something on it.
You playing. And I'm crushed. Stop playing.
You for real?
Yes. Like, my feelings are, I'm super crushed right now. I can't believe I embarrassed myself like that.
You crushed?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So, Women Crush Wednesday.
Sometimes we do what we do because of the circumstances that we're in. But as life changes and as we grow and as we level up, the situations and the circumstances, they grow and they level up too. And I just want to encourage you, just like I'm doing in my own life, is going back and figuring out why that chicken was cut in half, because some of us may or may not need to continue to cut this chicken. Okay? All right. So look, I appreciate you all hanging out with me this morning on the More Laughing in the Morning show. I'm excited about the growth that we are doing here. I'm still working on this etiquette stuff, obviously. I encourage you to share with us your etiquette tips, whatever they may be, because don't let me get caught out here by myself. The same with you, okay? Don't get caught up here, not by yourself, not with not knowing. There's no excuse not to. We're growing together. Thanks to Nina. At this time next year is Nina Week. We appreciate you and see you. Make sure that you let a Black woman know that she's magical today, and any woman in your life. All women are magical. Let them know that we appreciate them and that you see them. Listen, I'm Allison Moore. I'm the comedian. I think you're magical. You're special. You are tactful. You are not a cut in half chicken unless you got a small pot. Huh? Okay. Go and get some Black Friday stuff. And do me a favor. Send me and Jay Marco gift cards so we can go out to eat to a fancy restaurant. This is the More Laughing in the Morning show. Toodles.
Don't you touch that.
There is an easier way to see if your home is energy efficient. Start your free energy audit today at virginianaturalgas.com. Take control of your energy bills with the Energy Efficiency Program from Virginia Natural Gas.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
STEM is precise, no margin for error.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to load their minds. Dare to explore. Dare to STEM. Learn more at She Can STEM.